Mm-hmm. That's a discount. I know I'm going to be selling some of these items because some of these things really are pretty cheap. It's just about whether or not a person wants it.
Evaluating naughtiness levels. Evaluation complete.
Some stuff is so cheap, you're questioning why am I even selling it. Some stuff is so cheap. Like, why are you even getting rid of it? Just throw it on the ground. Yeah. Pretty cheap. Hopefully a rich person will come on by and just buy everything. Come on down, buy it all for the cheapest prices around. Gonna make sure you don't get rid of anything decent. Hail.
Subroutine. Silent night. Failed to launch. Likely cause. Total collapse of society.
Okay, so that was a bunch of garbage. Lovely, huh? Sweet. Let's go sell a bit more armor for default prices, I guess. That's all the spots we have. Or just 3 vendors, huh?
Gathering presents. Loading. Cheer. Unpacking. Holly. Jolly. Subroutine.
I should have one more vendor right there, I think.
Oh.
Maybe. Trying to get rid of some stuff. By any means necessary. That's okay, though. Okay, now we have 100 more pounds. Let's just dump the rest of these legendaries that I'm not using. I got rid of most of them, actually, which is pretty good. Yeah. Boschnock Beret, Bloody Chef Hat. I want to keep that stuff. Other stuff I'll get rid of. Oh. Okay. The ammo category, I have to throw that garbage on the ground. Junk, sure. Notes, sure. Okay. Junk. Ammo.
This
throw it on the ground.
Has been programmed with the task of wishing all who cross its path a happy holiday. Initiating.
Jack, people are saying I belittle low levels. Well, I'll tell you what, it's hilarious. Hilarious. I don't belittle low levels. Is that what the babies are saying? Babies. Look, imagine a person breaks a window because they're vegan and they're breaking the window of a butcher's market. And then person, get out of here. And just because a person was a woman, they say, he hates women. You're smashing my window. I'm not making fun of low levels because I praise low levels. I don't like when people start telling me what to do and acting like I'm the noob. So I have to flip it and talk about how much more I know about them than, because they're coming here telling me what to do. Okay? I'm not making fun of low levels. It's like a person watching Survivor Man telling him how to make a fire better without understanding what just happened or what the entire context is. So then Survivor Man has to start talking about how much he knows how to make a fire, how many fires he's made, and the person feels bad. He's making fun of me because he says I don't know how to make a fire. No, you're telling him he doesn't know how to make a fire. You get it? How stupid is this? Political? like the weird brainwashing nonsense where you're twisting the truth. This ain't politics. This is the real world, baby. She said this. No, there's no he's saying nothing. A bunch of trolls come over here telling me that I don't know what I'm doing. So then I have to flip it. I gotta flip it and have to say, look, 3,000 hours. Look, level 698. Blah, blah, blah.
Unit
You get it?
is not authorized to make exchanges. Please contact your closest.
Well, I know, look, a lot of people don't like me. The ones that don't like me are the ones that don't know how to play the game. You see, I'm not calling people noobs. I only make fun of high-level noobs. If you're level 300 and you're saying that the game is pointless and that workshops are stupid and that that's a food build, this is better, only thing that is good is this, everything else is bad. If you're thinking in such a polarized manner and you're avoiding entire sectors of gameplay while at the same time bragging about your gameplay and making fun of the gameplay, it's like a noob thing. But you're not a literal noob. You're a noob to the actual game. All the intricacies that you're going out of your way to make fun of. You get it? If a person goes to a restaurant making fun of the food and the person says, you just don't know sophisticated food, you just don't know about escargot and about these things, about why they're good. If the person making fun of the food then complains saying, he's saying I don't know anything about food, because you're going out of your way to make fun of the food that you're making fun of. It's like Gordon Ramsay making fun of you. You know? He's not really saying that you don't know about food. He's saying, how dare you criticize this veal? You don't know anything about veal. It's not a hamburger. You see? I like it, but it wasn't spicy enough. You're talking about mashed potatoes. What are you talking about? It's crazy town. They just don't know. They just don't like how effective I am at destroying their rhetoric. Because I have total control in this domain, and they don't like it. They'll come in here saying some stuff about, you know, whatever. At the same time, maybe it sounds like I'm vaguely elitist if I'm saying, guess what, everybody? If you do this other route, you're cheating. So stop cheating. If I say you're cheating, and that my way isn't cheating, you feel bad, and you think I'm making fun of everyone that doesn't know how to play the game. No, I'm establishing the fact that you're cheating, and if you continue to do it, you're still cheating. The end. There's no hard feelings there. I'm just saying that, in case you didn't know, looking up the nuke solution on a Wednesday is cheating. And you're avoiding lots of the game just so you could power level through the queen and do just the queen, and you're complaining about the rest of the game. You're doing the queen and PvP and complaining about the depth of the game and calling everything else a food build. At that point, you have to get a lesson on how the game works. And then at that point, you make fun of me, saying that I'm being too hard on you for not knowing enough about the game. When you're going out of your way to tell me that I don't know about the game when this is my stream. And you don't know what I'm doing. It's like a jealousy thing. You're tired of your horrible job at the coal mines. You have the black lung and you hate it. And, you know, it's just, I understand. But you shouldn't express your jealousy in such manners. Okay? Yes.
This unit will not be accepting requests to sit on.
Look, what happens is, I don't go out there and just all out and say, guess what, you filthy cheaters? You suck. Do it this way. I say, hey, the heart of the game is pretty cool. Check out how technical and cool it is to do this cool things. It's awesome. And don't skip it, because it's really cool. What happens is, people start commenting saying, no one wants to do that garbage. I don't have the time to do that. I work a long day and want to come home and just play the game. Who are you to tell people that this is the right way? You're stupid. I get confronted with hostility because people are saying, literally no one does that. Dude, literally no one does that. Literally everyone uses nuke equipped. You know, they start speaking for other people because they feel bad. No one wants to be called a cheater. I understand. But I'm not talking, I love low levels. Low levels are my intended audience. I'm teaching things about the game. I don't want high levels, necessarily, to tell me that I'm doing something wrong. Because they don't know the bigger picture. They're stupid. Look, the higher level you get, the more you start to, except for me.
I for their
because I'm
safety.
purposely changing things up. What happens is success is stagnation. You start doing one thing and it works, and when you get bored with it, you make a new character, but you don't know the intricacies, and you start to think really, really polarized. So if a new high-level person comes in, they say, "Why are you doing that? I'm used to this." "Hey, why are you doing that? Shouldn't you be going here?" That's all it is. It's like, "Why are you doing that? Shouldn't you be using these perks? Maybe here's a tip, bro. Here's a tip." And then all of a sudden they give me like tips, or here's some friendly advice. Here's something to help. But it's 90% wrong. Okay?
Has failed.
And you're coming here and constantly acting like I'm wrong. You're trying to help me out because we're at some equal level. You're like a peer. You're my peer and you're helping me out. Here's a tip, bro. And it's wrong. It's something you don't know why I'm doing my perks. So then at that point, it turns into a big old lecture about how wrong you are, and you shouldn't go out of your way to correct people. We don't know what you're talking about, sort of thing, in their live stream. And then they start to feel guilty and bad and blah, blah, blah. And it turns into a big old deal, and they start to write negative reviews. They still know how to talk to people, is the main problem. And they don't like being corrected for correcting people. You know? They're entitled wimps. Entitled wimps. Okay? What would I consider as a low level? I don't even consider people low level or high level. Okay? I would say level 100 is still low level. But there is no low level. In terms of I prefer low levels, I prefer people not knowing anything about the game. Is what I prefer. There is no low level or high level, but if a person's level 20, they're clearly low level. Some people that power level, right? They think they're high level, but they're not. They're a low level mentality because you're skipping the entire game just to get some numbers on the screen. It's not about the numbers. It's about actual tangible experience. If you breeze through the content and then talk about what weapons you have and what your XP is, you don't know anything. Take your time. So there is no, there is no low level or high level. So if people, oh, he doesn't like low levels, what the heck are they even talking about? It's usually a question in the form of a statement, in the form of a command. You know? We're a person. So there's a certain, with knowledge in any subject, at first, when you first start learning things, you think you're an expert because, oh, cool, I know how things work now. And you start thinking in terms of polarization. But then the more you learn about any given subject, the more you realize you don't know. And there reaches a point where you realize you know nothing. And that everything is, and that there is no category. Everything is kind of fused together. Everything's all fused together, and it's a weird mishmash gray cloud. But you can answer questions if people ask you, but there is no clear answer. Everything is viable. Everything is perfect. You know, the more you research anything. If you have a favorite animal as a child, I love koalas. You want to learn about all the animals? Guess what? Your favorite animal is going to constantly change as you learn about animals. You'll learn that they're all equally special in some weird, amazing way the more you learn about it. So, if a person comes around saying, you should be doing this without understanding why I'm not doing that, you ever consider why I'm not doing that? That whole personality needs to go away from my stream. I don't want a person that knows, that read the first 2 pages of a book thinking that they know how the book should end. And get mad with the author changing their characters when you know nothing about the characters. So it's not about not knowing anything. It's about opening your mouth about not knowing anything and then acting like you know stuff. And then correcting a person that maybe might know things. But then assuming that they don't for whatever reason. Hi, I'm a black belt. Hi, I'm a nothing belt. I learned judo for 1 day. This is how you should do it. That guy's doing it wrong. Really? They're on stage doing it. You think they're wrong about something? Imagine this. You played violin for 2 months and you learn about how you should hold the violin. You see an expert on stage and you're correcting them on how they're holding the violin. Without realizing there's probably a different method for holding violins the more you get into it. You should be holding with your back straight and your head elevated for maximum... No, there's probably something else to it. Like with golf, you're supposed to have follow through. You look down, your feet centered with your shoulders, and you go Shazam, you know. And there's some golf pro that has his feet that aren't centered with his shoulders. There's some noob that comes along trying to hey, center your feet with your shoulders. Okay. So if someone tries to correct Tiger Woods on how his feet are centered and they know nothing, Tiger Woods gets to stand up on a podium and give a long speech about how that person knows nothing and get the heck out of here. Leave. That person will then go write a review about how Tiger Woods is so mean against new golfers. You see, that's what it's like. Correcting Tiger Woods on his feet stance because you have good shoes that you bought from eBay. And then getting mad when Tiger Woods corrects you. When you felt the need to go to the Tiger Woods party at the Tiger Woods house, raising your hand and correcting him. See how that works?
Local fauna with a
so yes,
nose failure case feature.
I praise the lack of knowledge. If a person asks a question out of curiosity, it's fine. I like questions, but I don't want a question if you already know the answer. You're trying to quiz me on something. Or if you're trying to say, oh no, if I feel like you already know the answer, I don't even want to answer the question. It's like a challenge. I don't like it. I don't like that personality. It's filth. That's why my group is pure. Come on down to the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group where there's no trolls. The second you look, I'll give you a couple chances. There are a couple in between people, and I give them chances all the time. I might mute them for an hour or so, but then it'll come back. You know, it's okay.
With the task of wishing
I'll mute a person for a while just so that they could hear my perspective without them interjecting.
Initiating.
Yes, peruse my way. So cheap, so cheap. I shall play the tuba for you while you purchase. I'm over encumbered. You must purchase. All right, people. Oh no. So I don't know how long I was live, but the stream just cut out. So this has to be episode 425.5. I'm updating information. I am super ready for Wastelanders. That's what all my practice is about.
Levels rebooting. Complete.
Give me a second. All right. Hey, the tuba's falling apart and he's holding it together. He's holding it together. It's like all loose and everything, and he has to hold it tight. Hey, he's not moving his fingers. Oh, maybe there's like a speaker. There's like a speaker. Hey, it's not even hollow.
You are not satisfied with your gift. This unit is not authorized.
I'm just bobbing my head, tapping my foot.
Please contact your closest Rocco customer.
Okay, we're gonna continue on with our journey here.
Workshop for further inquiries.
Yeah. You want a mod? You want a mod for me? Ooh.
This unit is specialized in deploying the following morale initiatives: cheer, joy, holly, and jolly. Scanning for nice boys and girls. Scanning, scanning. None could be located.
Hello.
This world.
If you're asking how to become a mod for my channel,
Nightmare. Happy holidays.
you must prove yourself to be reflectant of some aspect of the perspective of Gooboberti. Until then, you are not worthy. You must hold my same, because you don't know what I deem worthy of offense or not. And you have to prove yourself. It takes time. A whole lot of time. Yeah, I'm moving across the field now. Everything's good to go. My build is straight. I'll eat some food and we'll do our things. I guess I can kill a couple bad guys just for a second. Between now and then. Yeah, let's get some XP. I'll kill a couple bad guys while we get our stuff sold over time. Alright. It'll be fun. All kinds of XP. Do I watch anime? Not really. Dear human. Not really. I think it's all propaganda. All of it. Every last drop. Not really. But, seriously. Seriously. Oh, yeah. Hi, hidey ho, hey. Hi, hidey ho. So much stuff in my life. Oh, yeah. I have to cook something really quick, man. Sucks. 1 second, I'm so sorry. I have to cook something, people. It's dire. I have that Yaguai flesh. I have to make some stews. I was waiting on a blight. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. I have to get a couple things. I have to get some starlight berries. So I'm getting some starlight berries really quick because a bunch of my foods require starlight berry. There's a bunch of these stews. You can make mutton chops, mutton stew, Yaguai roast, Yaguai ribs, glowing meat steak, glowing meat chops, or glowing meat stew. But it needs the starlight berry, which I've been going for right about now. Good to go. My basic build. It's changing over time. My armor focuses on weapon weight and food, drink, aid, chem, garbage weight reduction, which allows me to carry more weapons, to loot more, and to carry tomahawks if I chose to. If I had ammo weight reduction, you could focus on grenade rounds for a whole lot of these. A whole lot of that, you know? If you chose to. I just need a dash of this before we can start our journey. I'm gonna go for one more dash. Okay? One more dash for Rooney, right over here at the cola plant. I'll be heading up along the river just for a moment. Yes, Connor, I do have notes in front of me from time to time. I try to take notes. This thing here. I have a lot of notes here and there, but over time I end up remembering. There's only so many things. For example, poached angler is max AP. Okay, for example, max AP, poached angler, or something else. Sometimes I just look at the cooking thing. A lot of times I don't know and I don't remember, and I just look down the list. As I'm about to eat things, I just look and see what I've cooked, or I purposely go for certain foods like Mirelurk. Has the Mirelurk meat and soft shell Mirelurk meat. Is great. Dogs are great for the dog meat steak for the endurance. You see, stingwing fillets give you strength as well. Blood bug steak gives you max HP or whatever. Pumpkin pie has. You just remember them over time. But on the sheet here, I have other things. Like I have everything on here, sort of. All the things. Well, not even everything. I have my other sheet. I lost it. I have a lot of these horrible things, and I keep losing them. But then, for the long term, I have this sort of thing. You know? Do I watch anime? Not really, Jack. I try to take notes of what I'm doing from time to time. Okay? On this sheet here, depending. Okay, I'm getting some stuff right now. Okay, let's quickly make some stews based upon what I have. I don't think I have that many doggeroonies. Let's check our sheet here. We have Butcher's Bounty 2, Green Thumb, everything's okay. Alright. Oh, yes. Let's make what we can right now. Super duper. Ah, yes. So, I want to search by prepared here. I like these stews. Mutant Hound Stew. Pepper, starlight berry, wood. Of course. Mute fruit. I think there's some mute fruit right over here. See, player camps have loads of mute fruit, but I'm just gonna stop by a couple farmeroonies out here in the wild. Oh boy. Trying to prep myself up for the battles to come, you see. Hey Corey, you loving the game? I love it as well. There's many games I like. Not everyone likes Minecraft. If you love survival mode of Minecraft, you should love this game. If you like to just make your own adventure by... Most of your gameplay is driven around collecting things. So if you want to call someone a food build and make fun of that, that's ridiculous. That's the whole reason why this game even exists. It's ridiculous. It makes you sound like a complete moron. Like a bad person. Like you feel self-conscious about only punching people in the back while they're at work benches. And only doing the queen and buying your gear off of somebody else. So here there's a bunch of canned coffee. It's lovely. Spices. Multitasking, baby. Okay, oh, let's go get that really quick. I am trying to bomb. I know it's bizarre. Oh my goodness gracious, it's Monday. Okay. Let's move on down to the Sunday Brothers cabin. Have I played Dead by Daylight? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Wait, hold on, have I? An asymmetrical multiplayer game. I haven't. This is the game where you there's a killer. There's like a killer person and a bunch of people running away. 26 09 1902. Maybe I should play it. I've never played it, but I've seen vague videos of it where there is one bad guy and a bunch of people escaping, all kinds of stuff, you know. Right? It's kind of cool. Ooh, Stranger Things. Ooh, Ghostface. Ooh, ooh, Ash. Ooh, ooh, Shattered Bloodline. Darkness Among Us. Ooh, Curtain Call. Freddy Krueger. Saw. What? Leatherface. Oh my gosh, there's a whole franchise. I didn't know. Flesh in the Mud. Spark of Darkness. Halloween. Last Breath. What? Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't know. I did not know. I'm here for a few crops. The main problem with using explosives indoors is all the loot flies away. I don't really have a reason to eat mole rats, you know. I'm not as willing to take their flesh. I do have green thumb on, but it doesn't work on certain crops. Kind of weird. Okay, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. I'll go to one more stop, the General Steakhouse. I was getting a bit of the mute fruit. You see that outfit right there? The ritual bindings? That is the interloper faction. I bet you if you wore that cosmetic outfit around some of these NPCs, they'll freak out. And vice versa. Just here for the goods, don't mind me. Here we go. I'm super overpowered though. This weapon's about to break. That's okay. Alright, baby. Let's go. I said let's go!
Okay.
I said let's go! Well, that didn't work out very well. Didn't expect 1 million people, like, in a semicircle facing up. I'm really just getting the mute fruit right now. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's do that again. 1 second, I don't need this lucky break thing here. I still have super duper on like a fool. Put serendipity on for 5 seconds of my life. Right, let's go. What do we have? Orange mentats. Pasha, pasha, pasha. Let's go back in there and kill him in 3 seconds. See, these things really matter, you know. I was still built for crafting. I only came here for a couple things. Alright, boom, boom, boom. I'll have my tomahawks on me.
What? Who's there?
Nobody. I am the knight. Oh boy. Because I have the reduced weapon weight, I could easily pick up those Gatling guns. There's some spices over here. Salt. Lunch pails. Probably a good spot to use the perk over here. Can do. These lunch pails. I do love the pre-war food. Yeah. Up and out, baby. Well, I'll try it out sometime, Connor. I'll try it out sometime. How about that one? Yeah. Hey, Connor, you're looking for the plan for the handmaid? Let's find out. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, the event patrol duty will give it to you. You know? It's either at random from vendors, but apparently it's not there. But it is given to you either by breaking down 1,000,000. So you can have somebody else make 1,000,000 handmaids and give them to you. Right? And you break those down. That's one way. Or you get it from the enemies. Whatever. Don't really have it. But the event patrol duty up in the Toxic Valley with those robots, you know, you kill those 2 robots side by side, and they tell you to go down to the penitentiary, and you have to escort the robot all around the jail. I guess you get a handmade plan from that on occasion. That's pretty cool. I wish that things were a lot more clear. You know, it should say, "From this mission." It should list them all. It should be grayed out. It should tell you how to get it, maybe. But it's kind of a spoiler, right? A spoiler. By killing this guy. Oh, I thought that was a good guy. Well, there's a twist in chapter 4. You know? Alright, so there's no mute fruit here. That's great. I'm going to check by 2 player camps really quick. Sometimes players will grow a bunch of mute fruit. Once I have a couple drops more, I will stop and make a bunch of stews. The Yao Guai roast. A couple things like that. I have like 20 pieces of Yao Guai just sitting in my inventory. And at that point, I'll be able to make a bunch of meat. If I killed a couple sheep squats, I could up it further, but I can increase my melee damage up to 65, 70, maybe 80% through the certain foods. Nice little camp sort of thing, sort of. It's a modular base. Snaps together in a ring around the rosy sort of effect with opened regions.
So much junk, so little time.
Human, thank you. Chubbin McMuffer. Welcome, and welcome, and welcome. I'm buying this armor only because it has reduced weapon weight, and that's my jam. I'm not going to use it, it's just for later. See, I care about certain things. This one as well. Bam. I care about certain things. Don't you understand? If I have multiple options for weapon weight reduction, I could swap them out with other things. I would like to have a 3rd piece that gives me food weight reduction. I'll buy the repair bobblehead, the unarmed bobbleheads, some bubble gum, pork and beans, psycho, because I'm rich, you see. Psycho buff. I have to spend my money every day. It's a part of what I have to do. Let's go. I'm gonna go down the road here because there's a free fusion core from time to time. Oh, mute fruit. You know, he might have had some mute fruit growing around his base, but I don't think so. It felt like everything was in front. Some bugs here as well. Stingwing, I think. Which is great because of the stingwing fillet I mentioned earlier. It's +2 strength. What's going on over here? There's my fusion core. Yeah. Server is shutting down for some awesome reason, huh? Ugh. Hey, that counts as a server hop though, so that's cool. Sometimes it's nice to get a free server hop. Kind of okay with crashes because that's what I treat them as. You should too, unless you're doing something really important. A bomb and you're about to finish it, and you enter the code and you waste a key card and then it crashes. That would suck. Ugh. If you're doing some PvP thing and it crashes. But whatevers. Yep. I'm farming for the farm. Get a farm for the farm. There's hardcore farming prep, you see? Then there's hardcore farming for the farm. And then there's the hardcore XP farm. Like 4 layers here. Keeps on going. Yay. Thank you. Oh, come on. Stingwing fillets. I kind of miss my tomahawks, and I think there is still a need for them. Maybe during my farming I could use tomahawks. That's what I think. So yeah, at the next workbench I will start using tomahawks again because it shouldn't all be about... So I have options. I have the axe, I have the flamethrower, you know, and then I have my Tesla, and then the horrible explosive nonsense. I can't use the explosive thing if they're right in front of me, indoors or outdoors. It'll kill me, even with fireproof on. So, I use the flamethrower. This thing. But the ammo's pretty expensive, just for mindless, random enemies. It's really supposed to be for bosses. Okay. Supposed to be for bosses here. Let's go for more mute fruit. At one of these player camps. Let's go up and to the right. See if they have some for me. Hey. I've come to peruse your wares and spend my money. So long. Let's go run this way. Looking for a couple things between point A and B. Some mute fruit in the wild. I could always grow some mute fruit at my base, seeing as it is sort of rare, and there are no gigantic farms growing it. There's more farms growing Tato than mute fruit. So I might as well plant it, huh? I have on occasion.
I've never run mutations. I was looking at having
Up and around, heading to this other camp. Right over yonder, collecting some flowers along the way. I did use that bobblehead, so I'm kind of wasting it right now. I just want a bit of darn mute fruit. Oh, this is the same server. Interesting. Very interesting. Ooh. Alright, I'll go to one more spot for some free mute fruit. How about this player's camp? I'll move up down the river and get some snaptail reed along the way. I'll go all the way down the river to the west, and once I'm done with the snaptail, once they hit that bridge near the lighthouse, I'll stop on the road and make some different variety of foods with these acquired materials. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, hey, out of my way. You're not planting any crops? You gotta plant some crops for the people, Come on, where are your crops? I will spend my money though. I am rich. And wealthy at the same time. What? At the same time. We're gonna go up north. I'll be bouncing and trouncing, having fun. Keeping my eyeballs wide open for Blarney flavored resources. Alright, Connor. You have a good night now. You have a good day. The lighting is nice. Hail and hail. I've come to peruse your wares and spend my money. Your wares are garbage. And you are garbage. Hey there, chubby. How's it going? I'm getting some snaptail between here and there. There should be a camp along the way. I'm multitasking. One of these suckers is going to be having a whole orchard. I think it's important to have gigantic orchards. There's a good spot. Look, there's a fence already provided. This is a nice spot for a camp, I guess. Here it is. What's it called? Effigy? What's it called, huh? He's selling stable violet flux for 2,000. I would have bought some. All right, moving on. This way. Towards the river. Through the woods. Snaptail, here I come. There is some starlight here as well. Might as well multitask. Gotta be careful with my AP consumption here. There might be a time for hard lemonade. Get some of that in our bellies right now. Hard lemonade, baby. Does Lucky Break work for armor? It doesn't specify, but it's about the language. You have White Knight over here, which sounds the same. White Knight says your armor breaks. Well, your armor. All power armor. I wish I had a different name. Your crafted armor has improved durability, right? And over here it says, for Power Smith, your crafted power armor. See, so I bet you Lucky Break doesn't work for power armor, because right here it says I was looking for an example of two perks saying the same exact thing, but one saying power armor and one not saying power armor. So Power Smith is the same exact thing as armorer, right? I guess. Power Smith. Your crafted power armor now has improved durability. And over here, it says armorer. Your crafted armor now has improved durability. So, if there's a perk, Lucky Break over here, chance your equipped armor will repair itself even more when struck. See, that sounds a whole lot like armor and not power armor. But we'd have to find out. I guess the way you find out is if the symbol ever appears. I use Lucky Break sometimes when I'm using this sort of armor, because if my armor breaks, I can't walk. If I'm using several pieces of weight reduction armor, weapons or food or ammo or whatever, and it breaks, all of a sudden I have 1,000 pounds of food on me or some garbage. So I put it on there, but I'm not sure if it works in power armor. I want to say no based upon the consistency and the logic of the whole universe here. Right? Get it? Get it? I'm gonna go up here just for a moment. Just for a second, there's a couple scraps of starlight. I'm doing the whole route. I'm just going for the snaptail, and there is a lot of starlight over here, you know. Down again for the snaptail. Gotta hurry though, because that bobblehead. I gave myself a leadership bobblehead. I'm not really using it, but I am using Curator, so it's going to be lasting for 2 hours. This is all good, everything I'm doing right now. This is all really good stuff I'm doing. Just paying it forward. Sugar is really important. Used in many recipes, like cranberry relish, for example. Sugar is sometimes a bottleneck. You can grow a bunch of gourd and go get yourself a bunch of cranberries, but then if you need a bunch of sugar all of a sudden, be happy that you already have some. Multitasking. I was stopping by those camps to look to see if they have any free mute fruit, but no. Along the way, I'm getting the produce in these hills over yonder. What are you, aluminum? Oh, you're iron. And we have to always swing on through our camp as well because of the acid situation. We have a big acid problem. And I believe I'm holding ore on me right now. I never dumped. I wasn't able to process all of my iron ore at the end there. I ran out of my acid. Getting my garbage. Well, I could go down or up north along the west coast of the forest because there is the occasional mute fruit there, you know, the occasional, and there's a farm, Billings Homestead, or yeah, I could set up workshop and see. I like the dog meat. There it is. I'm not gonna go back. A couple more fire cap right on down the way. Let's go head on down there real quick. Be nice if I had some sort of AP food on me right now. Canned coffee or something like that. Rot. Canned coffee. Nope. Nothing like that. Keep on going. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and for those of you out there that want to label me as some sort of food build situation, whatever that means, I hate the phrase, I hate the people that use it, but I'd gladly take the title of the #1 food build live stream on the internet. Food build guy. It's fine.
Oh, yes.
Because there's a lot to it. And pretty technical. That's cool. I'm gonna go up and around with here really quick for a couple more scraps of the starlight berry, which I didn't get just now. Alright, 1 second please. Here's a bit of honey. Hey there, Sarah, how's it going? How was your day? Have you had a break today? Oh god, no. Don't disperse. Yeah, I'm just doing a couple things for a couple things. A lot of layered things is what I'm doing. This is technically 3 hours into the stream because for some reason the stream just ended by itself. Fine, I'll let the bees live, just for Sarah. It's just for Sarah, okay? Normally I slaughter those bees. Sarah makes me feel bad about it. Well, I slept most of the day and I woke up a little bit later. The first stream started not too long ago. Like 2 hours. Maybe. Hour and a half. Not even sure. Not even sure. I'm about to make some stews and everything. I need some starlight berry. Right now it's not so much about the berry mentats. It's about the other things that starlight can do for me. And I'm looking for some wild meat fruit here and there. And all the other collateral resources I'm picking up. Yeah. It was 2 hours. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. It was about 2 hours. Yeah, I wasn't really sure about the time there. It was around 6, I think. Labrador tea. Labrador tea. Anytime you want to fill up their AP. Anytime you want to fill up their AP. What's happening? Blowing my mind. Okay, let's use some cola nut level 2. Foolish 1. And it's unacceptable. What's all this garbage happening? Is it like... Am I really tired? Calm down, buddy. Why is he breathing? I think this is a compiled exhaustion. I think a wild is like a weak version of a cherry.